the Big Fresno Fair may soon be without horse racing. The board that organizes horse racing at fairs across the state of California voted just hours ago not to submit applications for racing licenses at fairs statewide.
CBS 47's Catherine Phillips is live in studio with what this means for horse racing this fall at the Big Fresno Fair. Catherine.
Well, Catherine and Brian, it means we likely just won't see any horse races at the fair, something that hasn't happened in Fresno in over 120 years.
Aye.
All right, motion passes.
It was this moment during Tuesday's California Authority of Racing Fairs board meeting, where members unanimously voted not to apply for racing licenses for fairs across California this upcoming year, meaning fairs statewide, including the Big Fresno Fair, are likely not going to have any live horse racing come fall. The vote happening after a closed session meeting, and while not a CARF member, Big Fresno Fair CEO Christina Estrada fought to be included.
Is there any way that the Fresno Fair could be in the closed since it does impact our fair?
Larry Swartzlander with CARF and who works as the racing director at the Big Fresno Fair, telling our news team in an email the fair could still technically have horse racing on their own, but it's, quote, simply not economically feasible. The fair also releasing this statement from Estrada after the vote, saying they want to keep horse racing at the fair and adding, quote, the viability of horse racing in California and more specifically Northern California has been the subject of much discussion. Based on today's decision by the California Authority of Racing Fairs, we are examining the details and exploring our options. Fresno County Supervisor Luis Chavez says he's disappointed and says we'll see huge losses without racing.
It's a revenue generator, and I say that, really purposefully. It generates millions of dollars for us here locally.
And while we don't know what caused CARF members to vote this way, impacting racing at fairs statewide, the decision does come after a tough year for Big Fresno Fair racing. Fair officials reported 3 horse racing deaths in 2024, 1 from pneumonia and 2 after injuries on the track. At the time, fair officials called the deaths rare and said they happened despite extensive veterinary oversight and that the California Horse Racing Board would investigate. Neither CARF nor the Fresno Fair linking the horses' deaths to Tuesday's vote. Still, Supervisor Chavez says he agrees the deaths are tragic and that he was at one of the races when a horse got hurt. He believes racing can be safe and wants the deep tradition of racing in Fresno to continue.
We all love animals. We all love horses. I'm a big horse lover, but they also have that opportunity, which I believe opens the door for people really appreciating and valuing our horses here in the Central Valley.
Chavez says the county owns the land the Big Fresno Fair uses, so he's going to reach out and see if there's anything that can be done on the county level to keep horse racing at the fair. Reporting live in the studio tonight, Catherine Phillips, CBS 47 Eyewitness News.